Today I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown as to how wheelchair tennis works. I talk about it quite a lot and my experiences playing it. So I thought now's a good time to explain how it differs from regular tennis, so you guys have a bit of a basic understanding as to what I keep yapping about. So let's go. So how is it different from regular tennis? Well, it's the exact same sport as regular tennis, except for two things. One is that the ball can bounce twice instead of once, and two, players are allowed to use a sports wheelchair to move around the court. Apart from that, it's the exact same game, same scoring, same lines, everything. So pretty easy to remember, bounce twice, chair. So now that you've got that, who is eligible to compete? To compete as a para-athlete in wheelchair tennis, you must have a diagnosed permanent disability which results in meeting the required level of impairment. What might surprise some people is that you don't actually need to use a wheelchair daily to be eligible to play wheelchair tennis. I personally have muscular dystrophy and I'm still able to walk around. However, the impairment of my legs qualifies me to play in a chair. I'm not able to run or squat down without falling, so a chair is required. Especially with parasport, it's really important that people of like abilities play each other to ensure that it's fair. So we call those classifications, and in wheelchair tennis there are two. These are called open and quad. Within the open division there are separate categories for men and women, and in quad, men and women play together. To compete in the open category, you must have lost significant function of at least one of your lower limbs due to a permanent disability. These players have regular use of the upper body and can still create great power. The quad division is made up of both men and women. Players in this division have impaired leg function just like the open category, but additionally have an impairment in their playing arm. So because of the slight variance in rules compared to able-bodied tennis, you might be wondering how tactical play and strategy changes for wheelchair tennis. It can be wise to not come too close to the net during a rally, as it is much easier for your opponent to lob or pass you, as you can't jump or move to the side very easily. Because wheelchair players can't move laterally, it does take longer to get to the ball. To account for this, players will usually hit the ball higher with topspin to give them time to recover and be able to get to the next ball. Now that you know a bit about the sport itself, let's talk about where it's played around the world. The ITF Wheelchair Tour hosts over 150 events every year, all around the world. Wheelchair tennis is also played at all 4 Grand Slam events alongside the regular tennis. So that's at the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon and the US Open. It's also played at the Paralympic Games every 4 years, the Summer Paralympics, and it will be played this year in Paris. So who are some notable players on the tour today, or some legends from the past? In the open division, we've got Shingo Cuneta, Alfie Hewitt, Gustavo Fernandez, Gordon Reid, Didi de Groot, Esther Vergier, and David Hall. And in the quad division, which didn't debut until 2004, we've got Dylan Alcott, Heath Davidson, Niels Vink, Sam Schroeder, David Wagner, Andy Lapthorne, and obviously many other people that I have not mentioned. Alright, cool. So that's a quick guide to understanding wheelchair tennis. I thought it would be a good idea to sort of break it down a little bit, as my next few videos are wheelchair tennis related and I'll be talking about it a lot on this channel. There's obviously still heaps of things I don't know about it, as I'm still very new to the sport, but that should have covered most of the basics, I think. I can leave some videos in the description if you're more interested in the historical side of it. But other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate the continued support. Alright,